Okay, let me give you a few details and then we can get more specific. First thing is you want to plan out your games before the event and start gathering all the supplies. I'll kind of show you what that looks like later. So those are the things that you see on TikTok and Insta, and people have been sending me funny videos all year, and I just kind of save them. You want to establish yourself as the game master and go ahead and make yourself a toolbox. I will show you what's in my toolbox. I kid you not. So I have this. If we do stuff outside, I mark lanes. Sometimes all the stuff I got at the dollar store. Sometimes I actually have to draw a finish line and a place to turn around because my family cheats, so I just spray paint the yard. I have timers because some of my games I need to time. Scissors, markers, fireball in case they start driving me crazy and I need a shot. I literally have to measure some things sometimes to make sure it's fair because my family's crazy. Chalk on a concrete, again, for like drawing areas to stay and just kind of boundaries. And just scissors and extra markers and just all that kind of stuff. I just have it handy here so I'm not always looking for everything later. Oh, I also have in here, because I don't math, a calculator for the points, and I'll get into all that in a minute too. You do want to start thinking about the logistics. Like how many people do you think you could count on that will be steady players every game? What are the age ranges? You know, if you're going from mama to toddlers, you really have to kind of be flexible. Sometimes we have floaters, meaning like my mom, for instance, she can play some games she can't because she just can't bend. Or like my daughter-in-law, she can play some games, but some games she can't because she's pregnant. Just those kinds of things. So you want to make sure you have a variety. You want to know the length of your party, what the weather is going to be, and do you have available space inside and outside to kind of do it. We started out several different ways. We used to have like a draft and everybody was on one team the whole time, but that doesn't work out very well. Just because our age groups were just so varied and you couldn't always count on all the people showing, right? Like shit happens. So there's no set teams. It's every man for himself. However, some games are played as like a small team or as big groups or as partners, and some games are individuals. So what we say is for the point system, whoever gets first place, if there were 10 people on that team and that team came in first place, every single member on that team gets those 20 points. If they came in second, they do 10. Third place, they get 5. I have done different variations of that because sometimes I just had so many people who couldn't really play, so I would make them judges, or they were in charge of filming, and so they could get like bonus points for just participating. But again, my family's pretty cutthroat, so there's no participation points in our family. That was just some other groups that we did. So at the beginning of the night, I make one of these, and it is the scoreboard. So everybody writes their name down here, and then as we play each game, they put the amount of points that they get on there. These are the ones I'm playing this year. I know they don't mean anything to you, but we're playing about 10 this year. I do leave the last one as a bucket toss, and that is your standard like Bozo the Clown, where somebody stands, they get 5 balls, and each bucket's worth so many points. And actually, my son Mason is in charge of, at the end of the second to last game, he totals up the points, and then the final game goes, the person who's in last place does the bucket toss first, because even if they were to get all the points, they would never be able to win. And then we kind of work our way down to where it's more competitive and it's a big reveal of who the winner is. Some of the things that I'll show you that I do, and this is just the teacher in me, so don't make fun. But like when I know I have my games, this is one of my games. This is for Santa Relay. Like it's in here. I have to remind myself of the rules because sometimes I have to maybe adjust the rules based on what I see on Facebook. If I need to set things up, how many people should be on the team. I need 4 or 5 teams, and the teams have to be equal for this game. They don't always have to, but this is a relay. And then all the supplies that I need for that particular game are in this box. And it's just a couple of Santa hats and balloons for this particular game. But it's a lot easier to just have everything together. Now, again, this is a game I've done before, so I didn't need as much. This game is a new game for me, but I thought it would be hilarious. I have no idea if it's going to work out, but we're just going to go for it. But I actually had to draw myself a diagram based off the video I saw. And then they are going to be in pairs. There can only be 4 at a time going. And again, there's a first, second, and third place. Even if we have to play another round, there's a first, second, and third place. So you can make it work for however you need. Nobody's forced to play if they want to sit out. Like I said, you want to vary between, like, I'll start with a big relay. That means everybody who's in is in. But then, like, my next game will be something where it's maybe individual. So people can go watch others play, go get their drinks, socialize, make a plate of food, go to the bathroom. You want to mix it up back and forth because then it kind of opens it up for everyone, to be able to mingle and do what they need to do. I mean, I can show you some of the survival things that I've done just because it's my family. Here's one specifically because of my family. Please submit all complaints in writing. Address, attention Game Master Inc. 123. Get over it. Crybaby USA. Allow 8 to 9 weeks for a response or suck it up. That's mostly for my father and for your bestie because they had so many complaints at first that I finally almost kicked them out. Then I have now started, now this is something I've done when it's only adults, and I make a penalty box. So if somebody is accused of cheating, I typically pick someone, like it's either the oldest member who's injured who can't play, or someone this is just not their thing. They are part of the judge crew, so they have to watch and see if people are cheating. They have to let me know. In the penalty box, I've done a variety of things from Jell-O shots to, this is my favorite one. Those 99-cent drinks at the gas station, they're so freaking nasty. I make those bitches drink that when they do this. If there's kids, they got to do their shot. This year, especially for Ethan McCarthy, when they're being little assholes, this is some kind of ghost pepper sausage. I'm going to make him eat one of these if he gives me crap. Nasty Cheese Whiz. I have done like little baby shot glasses of olive juice and lemon juice and just whatever. You want to be funny, but at the same time, you need it to kind of move on or you'll be here all night kind of thing. I do post something to let them know the next game will be at this time. It's going to be outside. You need to be in teams of 4. In our family, it's a rule. I don't want them to play with the same person every time. They need to mix it up. So an older's with a younger, everybody mixes it up. So it's a very fair way to go. In earlier years, they were all on one team, but it's just, age and abilities was just too hard to keep up with. These are my games for the Perilou Strawn Christmas kickoff this year. I can maybe send you some videos. Some of these are new. to me. This one is my absolute have to. I think Michelle sent it to me. These are 5X men's underwear. And this game is called Gifts from Granny. And they start with this pair of ginormous underwear laid at their feet. And they have to try to get them all the way up to their waist without using their hands. So in order to give points for this, this is one of the ones where it's fun, where only 4 go at a time, but we do multiple rounds so everybody else can watch and laugh at the people making a fool out of themselves. So like round 1 goes, we give first, second, and third points. Round 2 goes, same game, first, second, and third points. There's a few others, maybe videos I can send you if you're interested in games. But for me, the hardest part was organizing it in a fashion that, you know, I could handle it without wanting to kill everybody involved, which still happens. I do have prizes for the winners. You know, everything that I get this dollar store. I think I got this at Home Goods. It's like a little card game for the holiday, for the main winner, a light up crown kind of thing. But all the stuff you see in here, except for the crepe paper and maybe this kind of stuff, you know, I usually get off Amazon, but I've been doing this for years. I have a whole garage full. And then Michelle sometimes for my birthday just gives me like a pack of blindfolds to add to my game stash because I just end up accumulating so much. I'll show you the Bozo the Clown one. It's pretty simple. And I do put tape on the floor because, again, my family's assholes. And we have to adjust it for men who are 6 feet tall versus children where their reach is different. But they each get 5 balls. They stand 1 ball at a time. If it goes in, bounces out, it doesn't count. The first bucket, I think we go by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20. Each one that's made is that point. So they have the opportunity, 5, 10, 15, 20 times whatever 5 is, they can get that many points. So that is an individual game that we save till the end. And don't be fucking making fun of my math because I don't math. Everybody knows I don't math. This is what I do. This kind of shit. I'll send you more videos if you're interested, but just kind of think about it. Think about what questions you have, and I'll try to help you out.